Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so today I'm going to do a Divine Feminine reading first. And the first card we're going to get though is, what does the Divine want the Divine Feminines to know about the DM right now? What is it that we can see, Divine Creator, that the Divine Feminines can know about the Divine Masculines right now? Okay, you're getting, trust what you're getting regarding this passionate new beginning coming in. If you're starting to feel certain feelings ignite, passionate feelings, sensual feelings, I'm feeling it as a breeze coming up in the nature, in a freshness coming in, a motion of a breath of fresh air coming in. There's something, the winds are changing, I'm hearing. So what do the feminines need to know about that? How are the feminines who are experiencing that? I just want to say, if you're not experiencing that, doesn't mean that it's not happening in your connection. It doesn't mean that you are behind or ahead. It just means that this is not your message at this time. This is for I'm actually getting like 33% of the people watching. This message is needed. And why? Spiritual gifts, mystery, enchantment, and secrets. So for those who are tapping into this high priestess energy and feeling your masculine, your spiritual gifts are ramping up right now. So if this isn't happening for you, you may have already had this level of spiritual gifts coming in. So this doesn't mean that this is new to the journey or established twins. It happens in different timelines for everyone, but this is about spiritual giftings, high priestess, intuition coming in and tuning into the mystery and secrets coming to light. So this is showing you, for the Divine Feminines that this resonates with, that it's not in your mind, you're not crazy, your spiritual gifts are deepening, and to pay attention to it. You're being initiated. This is the Ace of Wands, which is the initiation on the spiritual level. This card is Chamber of Initiation, spiritual gifts, mystery, enchantment, and secrets. This is the card of mystery, the High Priestess. So basically, for those who are experiencing this, you have ignited your spiritual gifts because you have gotten to a certain level of mercy, humility, compassion. That is an energetic rite of passage. When you get to that level of resonance, you start having an increase of your spiritual gifts coming in. So you are picking up on things from your Divine Masculine that's helping awaken you to that Divine Feminines, is what I'm getting for the group that resonates with. I'm going to get one more card for those who may not have resonated with that. What are the Divine Feminines also meant to know about the Divine Masculines at this time? Time to heal in the reverse. So snakes shed their skin. Divine Feminines, if you are in a motion of being uncertain, not knowing, let this skin come off like a snake. Shed the skin, start fresh. If you are in any kind of a disconnect, for whatever reason, envision that the connection is losing its skin like a snake, and the next time you connect with your Divine Masculine, you'll be a new creature. They'll be a new creature. So you, again, we're getting that you do not need to know emotion here. All right, let's dive into a Divine Feminine check-in. We got that message for the Divine Feminines. It's a mind your own business type of a period of time here in the connections where you're supposed to be focusing on yourself. Having said that, for the Divine Masculines who are watching, for the Divine Feminines who are looking for some sort of rhyme or reason, this is going to be a Divine Feminine check-in to see where the Divine Feminines are thinking, feeling, wishing, doing in the connection, in the collective. What's the biggest challenge for the feminines at this time? What is the spirit guided solution? Where is the energy going from the divine feminine polarity? So thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us what the highest and best messages are for the Divine Feminine Collective. What are the Divine Feminines experiencing on this journey? And let's set an intention for some cards for the Divine Masculines who may be watching, or for the Divine Feminines who may be curious what their energy is doing in what the Divine Masculine's energy is doing in response to the Divine Feminine positions here. Okay, so Divine Feminines, what are you thinking about the connection? That you've invested in your King of Wands, and you're wondering, wherefore art thou, King of Wands? Is there going to be a return on the love that's been invested, on this heart-centered giving into this connection? For some, this is a very dreamy card. I'm getting with these Pegasus or wild horses there, that there is dreams, and the butterflies represent transformation. It's a lot of imagery in this card of having put the feminine's best forward and wondering how that is energetically received. I do have to say, on my table, the feminine is looking in the other direction. So for some feminines, you're trying not to focus on your Divine Masculine, thinking that if you busy yourself and trick the energy into believing you've let go, that maybe that will bring your Divine Masculine in. That's not how it works. You have to find rational reasons to let go, to validate that the energy isn't compatible or that the timing isn't there, in order for it to legitimately be let go, for the energy to actually let go. So it's not wishful thinking that we let go of our counterpart. It's actual understanding of how energy and connection works, the things that can logically justify letting go. It's not a naive action. It's not a pretend thing. Letting go is warranted and justified when you literally take your divine counterpart off of the pedestal and they become human. But there is still this curiosity about where the Divine Masculines might be. So what can we see for the Divine Masculine polarity? Now is a lucky time. So because Divine Feminines, you are mostly focusing elsewhere and doing you, investing slightly out of the connection, it's a lucky time for you, but also it's that your Divine Masculine's luck is ramping up. They're starting to see signs and synchronicities. I just heard they're being reminded of you as well. What are the Divine Feminines thinking or feeling on the heart space? Oh, Justice and 1111 union in the reverse, but they want to bring justice to the union. They want to have a justified union. This is actually really beautiful, Divine Feminines, because you're not willing to just have union for union's sake anymore. You want it to be justified. You want it to actually make sense. It's a lot of rational thought here. Some messages coming through for the feminines that there is a justified letting go. Like the Divine Masculines are going to have to legitimately show that they are this King of Wands, that they are ready and willing and able and worthy of the investment to go forward further. It's not a test so much as Divine Feminines, you're not pretending anymore. And same with the union on the heart space. There is this need for justice, for the energetic proof of justification to go forward into union, or that the union is available here in order for it to be warranted. So the heart isn't so naive. It's mature. It's maturing energy. And we get lay a solid foundation. Exactly. So Divine Masculines watching, this means that your Divine Feminine doesn't want to pretend, doesn't want to have a contrived union. Your Divine Feminine actually wants to see the proof of why the divine has made this connection so evident to the two of you. Your divine feminine is not just going on wishful thinking anymore. There needs to be a foundation laid. Wow. Divine feminines, what are you thinking on the heart space? Well, or the mind. Here is the Queen of Wands in the reverse, like the King of Wands in the reverse with Judgment. So divine feminines, you're wishing to see if there's any fault in you, if there's any work to be done, if there's any glow up to continue to step into. You want your eyes open to any karma still remaining. For some, there might be some sticky energy that's still not releasing, that's causing you to not totally feel free and ready to go towards your union. You are wishing to be seeing why. What else is there to be done? I'm getting divine feminines. This is a collective energy as well. So if you are doing your best, don't sweat it. Just know that it's a collective motion for humanity right now, and in time, as this great revelation happens for humanity, you will also see hand in hand with everybody else the inner workings of these things. So keep wishing for it. Keep wishing to be shown on a personal level, but also maintain this understanding that it is a collective motion for twins and not twins. Everybody's ascending right now. Truth transcends illusion. So divine feminines, keep asking to be shown the higher truth. The revelation is higher understanding. Ask to be shown the practical, grounded reasons for things, the justified reasons, the actual justified reasons that union is warranted at this time, or what would warrant union. The illusions that I'm getting from this card are the wishful thinking, getting ahead of self, wanting the union just because of the signs and synchronicities and the amazing things that have happened on this journey. This is the truth of wanting true connection, wanting to lay the foundation, not wanting to hope that it's going to happen after union. That's a speed wobble energy. So divine feminines are looking for, wishing for actual transcendence. That's a 22 card. That's a very union card. And in 2022, divine feminines are wanting this transcendence. They're wishing for it. What are we seeing for actions? Okay, Magician and Queen of Cups in the reverse. So divine feminines, you're manifesting left and right all over your life and dropping into the heart, unconditional love, but you're prioritizing your other manifestations, your sovereign manifestations. You're making good use of your time, divine feminines. So divine masculines, your divine feminine loves you on the heart space. It may not look like that overtly because they're so busy manifesting all these other things, but there is this deep inner fuel that goes hand in hand with this journey. And we get life is a mystery. So for those who have eyes to see, it's not so much of a mystery. But with faith, with trust, we can sink into the mystery and allow the safety and nurture to be there in periods of not knowing or independent sovereign motion. The peace that I'm feeling in that message is essential coming into union between twins, so that there isn't anxiety within the dynamic when the unions come in. We're really working on tempering the individuals and the dynamic so that it's stable for the long term. It's not just for show. What is the biggest challenge for the divine feminines? Things that haven't worked out in the past, moving this forward, even though there was maybe a false start or expectations that were dashed. That's the biggest challenge for the feminines. How does that relate to the masculines? Sometimes life stings. This is the biggest theme that the masculines are clearing on these eclipse season. This eclipse, the last one and the one coming up, shortly in the middle of May. Divine masculines, forgive yourself for not, being the knight in shining armor and coming in and prematurely offering. So sometimes life stings. Yes, your divine feminine likely thought that they were ready for union long before now, and they are processing and letting go of that so that there truly can be a meeting of twins without the expectations that were hyped up for so many at the beginning stages of recognizing these connections, recognizing the soul connection. For the counterparts, there was a lot of hype, there was a lot of anticipation, but it was just the beginning. It was just the attention-getting energetic layer that caused so much more deep transformation. So the challenge is realizing that it's all served a purpose, and even the tender sting of expectations being dashed has served a purpose here to make twins more realistic, more realized. What is the advice to the feminine's challenge of letting go of the past to move forward? We're getting the 8 of Cups, which is in the reverse, which is a coming back around, and the 7 of Swords. So even though the divine feminines, you are challenged by things that didn't work out in the past, you haven't gone anywhere. Secretly, you're still there. So divine masculines, your divine feminine is still very much focused on the potentials available here, thinking about this justified energy once all of these other things are let go of, all of the pretense, all of the hype, all of the expectations and attachment. There seems to be this motion available to twins where there can be more of a realistic, grounded, practical interaction. Divine feminines are preparing for that. And you're being guided to prepare for that. Don't be hot or cold, cut or dry, not lukewarm either, but keep space. Don't totally reject. Be receptive, but don't be foolish about it, is the advice. Sing your own song. So divine masculines, don't buy into what the divine feminines have said. Speak your opinion, sing your song, serenade your feminine in the ways of love that only you can speak to the connection. Only you can affirm that you know of the connection, that you value it, that you value your divine feminine. Only you, birdsong is a mating call. This is a courtship, divine masculine. So don't believe the hype. If your feminine is jaded, if your feminine is maybe had enough and walking away or friend zoned you, don't be afraid to sing your song. Don't be afraid to show up correctly, to give your feminine the justified proof that you are actually ready for union, if that's the case. What direction is the connection going? Oh, the Empress and the 8 of Wands. Wow, so all eyes on you again, divine feminines, but abundance coming in. So this is the way of abundance. Twins are going into this unlimited exponential creation energy, true abundance, justified abundance, energetic collaboration. For many, mission is coming in. There are collaborative efforts in the 5D, in the 3D. Some twins that I work with are partnering with their counterparts in business, in things that are new and unusual combinations of interdisciplinary skill set. But even energetically, there's a collaboration when we use somebody as a muse. When we're inspired to make positive changes in our lives, that's an energetic collaboration. Some twins will be working together in some regard in this 2022. And so that's important. Even if there isn't a romantic relationship, that is still energetic collaboration, propelling the abundance, the mutual abundance of the twins drawn together for shared interactions and purpose here. For abundance, for the synergy, for the exponential mutual blessing, benefit and divine masculines, Spirit has a plan. So this abundance is coming in. When we're in the alignment of love and potentials and open navigation, Spirit is at play. Spirit can take the wheel. The divine plan can come in and, you know, blow out of the water anything that we think would suffice. That's why we're not meant to be attached to a particular outcome, because this is saying it's going to be way more splendorous than we can imagine if we just follow the intuitive guidance, the signs, the synchronicities, the heart knowing, and we go in the direction that we're being shown. That there is more going to be revealed when we are accountable for those kinds of actions in our lives. Okay, what can we see for the divine masculines watching? Separation, extension, independence, and identity. This is a twin flame card, sovereignty and unity. So no matter what stage you're at, how close or far you feel from your feminine, you are connected in this shared space, and you are individuals. This is the sovereign, autonomous model. All relationships are best to follow this, a shared space and independence. But this is where you're at with your twin, and so you have your own identities. You are extensions and separate, but it's working together. And feminines, dimensional planes of perception number 6, mastery, accountability, and acceptance. So yeah, you are coming into this Empress energy in the 3D. You are following profound intuitive guidance, navigation, and you're balanced out. You are not needing things that are not truthfully available any longer. You're just wanting to show up in your reality with what is grounded, practical, sane, not overly emotional. So mastery is emotional equilibrium and compassionate non-attachment, so that everything that you navigate is in balance. Divine feminines. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to leave that there. Many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.